going to start this podcast off with a little bit of salt, apparently. Because Mitchell's a cunt. So, Mitchell wants to start the podcast off a little bit differently, where it's not me introducing everybody, so...
Well, no, I'm fine with you, and, well, just wanted a more, like, formal podcast intro, you know?
This is not a formal podcast.
It's not formal.
That's true.
Everyone is down for you.
Okay, with butter and salt.
All right, so to...
Someone's salty.
No, I'm trying to... My brain's...
Use your words.
God damn it. Everybody, welcome to another fantastically amazing episode of Hedgehog Sandwich Happy Fun Hour. Today this is the Kapow Cast, aka cartoons. I was gonna put in tiny letters, but I don't think I'll do it. I'll just do this, and you can imagine that they're there, because I'm a little bit lazy. And today we are joined by, of course, as always, Lynn's bot. She's right here. It's a weird lookup.
He can see himself this time.
I can see myself, and it's
strange.
fucking me up a little bit. Now I see all my hand movements. I'm very weird.
Just ignore
Look
at the camera.
Have we met? I cannot ignore my own reflection. And of course we have Mitchell Megatron Babbingtron.
I love that name.
Yeah, you do. Give into your hate. Give into your hate, Mitchell. I almost called you Leslie. You flaking a lot recently.
Yes.
I love it for Palpatine saying yes. Says it so many times.
And then we have, of course, as is the normal, rocking in his chair, Dr. Wiley Hedgehog Hater McDouchebag.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck myself. Apparently is how this is going. And
Pudgy bastard.
Cunts, a lot of ya. And of course, me,
You still want about me to do this, so.
Michael.
It's a good one.
2%
2%
hotel.
hotel.
Hotel. Oh, yeah.
I guess that does work, doesn't it?
Oh,
You
yeah.
piece of shit.
I don't get
It's
it.
because of what my last name is. My last
Oh,
name.
I know.
Yeah, there you go, champ.
Yeah.
Yeah. Womp womp. So today, yeah, we're gonna be talking about the cartoony dunes, and we're gonna start with like the earlier on type of stuff, like that Tom and Jerry, the fucking Looney Tunes. Maybe even
Hajime
a
no
little-
Ippo.
That's not
Came out in the 80s.
doesn't
Pretty-
count.
Pretty fucking
Nice.
old.
It's
Tom and Jerry's like the 60s, isn't it?
Yeah, the 40s and 50s. He's like, this one came out in the 80s. It's like, that's like me saying like Rick and Morty is old because it's like a year. Mitch is genuinely mad because he's like, oh,
No, I can't talk about my weeb
I'm
stuff.
gonna talk about my weeb stuff.
Well, if we can talk about that right away, then we can talk about Ronin Warriors right away.
Yeah, Ronin Warriors.
But we can't talk about that right away because Michael dictated as such.
Okay.
Someone's salty.
Someone's
We
very...
told you there was some salt in this podcast. It's not
I
just on my
told you.
non-brag.
It's not just me this time. Mitch is salty. Lynn's bot's a wee bit salty, but she's also eating bread, so hopefully that fixes things. I don't know how women
Michael,
work.
what does your doctor say about your sodium intake?
You already have high blood pressure.
I do have high blood pressure. These are facts.
You fatty.
I
You lost some weight when you have high blood pressure.
Jesus Christ.
am pretty hypertensive. These are facts.
So let's start out with what was your favorite cartoon when you were like
Let's
little, like your favorite Looney Tunes cartoon or Tom and Jerry, that sort of shit.
Oh shit, do you remember the original Tom and Jerry?
Yeah, you mean the really weirdly drawn one? The one that had like the weird animation?
Where he was like still
It
like,
looked like...
he's
it
still
looked
more
like
cat-like than he was.
No.
No.
I mean the old ass black and white Tom and Jerry.
What?
Yeah, no,
Did you black and
that's what Tom and Jerry are named after. Tom and Jerry, they look like Disney animations. They have the same like American like style of animation. It's
I do remember this.
It's a tall dude and a really short dude, and it's it's pretty racist, but it was really good. Like there were some good parts about it. There were some funny episodes, but no, but like it's old, like
So-
really old.
So I'm thinking Mitch's is Tom and Jerry. We're gonna go with faves.
No, I had like a DVD with a collection of the episodes on it, but I don't remember it very well. I just remember there being like old ass, like original Tom and Jerry.
So Now, fuck it. We'll go down the line today. We'll go down the line. Like
So we've already started in the middle of the line.
we have. So Mitchell, your favorite is Tom and Jerry, I'm assuming.
Like old cartoon?
Yes.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
So we're gonna go. There's Tom and Jerry right here. We got Lindsay.
My all-time favorite
Just gonna
from my
take one
childhood, which actually technically is from my father's childhood, is Betty Boop.
Oh wow, you didn't take mine.
No,
Betty Boop was
not like we
amazing.
did with
Fucking
Nicole.
goddamn it, pissed me off. No, but
Nicole
Betty
turned
Boop
me
was
on to him.
Betty Boop was fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
shit
never
you.
watched it.
It
I
was
watched
so
like 4
dark and
episodes.
creepy.
I watched like 4 episodes of Betty Boop, and it had that
Guess what,
fucking
Michael,
really
guess what?
dark vibe.
I have DVDs of Betty
That's
Boop.
because you're old. You're fucking old. God damn. And
Oh my
then
God.
let's go with Whitley.
That'd have to be Tom and Jerry too, because I was like the first thing when we first got cable. I was like one of the first things to actually watch.
Was Tom and Jerry?
Yeah.
You mean like the old ass Tom and Jerry or the newer?
It was
Tom
like
and
the
Jerry?
40s ones, the older ones.
So the ones with the mouse.
So do you guys time out?
And
If
cat.
we're gonna talk about
They're
Tom,
all with the mouse and cat.
no, they're
No,
not.
no. The original one was 2 guys, like a short one and a tall one.
Yeah,
Well,
it's weird.
okay, it was the ones with the cats from like the 40s.
Okay, cool.
So wait, do you remember? So I hope I'm not the only one with the really weird animation.
I think they,
That's not the one where it was like, yeah, they look like realistic, like cat and mouse. Like the one where it was like, God, I don't even know how to describe it. Like super
70s and
cartoony.
80s Tom and Jerry sucked. It was the earlier ones that were the good ones.
The like super cartoony looking one. I
Uh-huh.
fucking
was it the
love.
one where they
I
your
love
owner was
them.
a really angry man?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
that one. I fucking love those ones, but that's not my favorite. My favorite was Looney Tunes because my favorite was Looney Tunes, and it was mostly because of Bugs Bunny, because he was that character that was just like he could get away with everything, and I loved that as a child who got away with nothing ever. Well, no, because he'd just be like, I think like the best example is the most classic, like rabbit season, duck season. When he's talking to fucking, it's Elmer Fudd, Bugs Bunny, and goddamn Daffy Duck, and they're all sitting there fucking arguing over rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, rabbit season. It's duck season, fire! And then Daffy gets shot in the face, and I'm like, that's
And
perfect.
his bill goes all the way around
Yeah,
his head.
and then at the very fucking end of the episode, it's like it's hunter season, da 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 da, and Elmer Fudd gets shot. No, but like it had such like a beautiful feel to it because of just like there was so much art and it showed you so much actual things. Like the Ride of the Valkyries was like a huge thing in it. Fucking the
Barbara Seville.
yeah, the fucking that one, just amazing.
That was my favorite episode.
That was an amazing
Bugs
episode
Bunny.
where he was just on top of Elmer Fudd's head with like all fours just.
Yeah.
But then the Abominable Snowman one where he's like, I will love him and squeeze him and call him George.
Yeah.
Yep.
I always love that shit.
Be very, very quiet.
Yeah, okay.
You remember that? Elmer Fudd?
Be very, very quiet. We're hunting for rabbits.
Yep.
Fucking. Hey, did you know? Fucking. God, what's his name? Fucking.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
What was his name, Michael?
I can't remember his name. Fucking yeah.
Oh.
No, you know who I'm talking about. The guy who made Looney Tunes.
No.
No, it's Mel,
What
but
is his
Mel
name?
Brooks is
That's
what
not
keeps
Mel
coming in
Brooks.
names.
I know, right? That's what popped in my head too.
Mel.
No.
Damn, that's gonna piss me off. Fucking
It was
We're gonna have to
the
look it up and
artist?
put a
the
subtitle
fucking dude
on
who
the
did all
video.
the voices.
Oh,
Man.
I have no idea.
No.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, no, but fucking the dude who did all the voices ended up in a car accident. Like he ended up in a car accident, was in a coma for like months. And I shit you not. Do you know how they got him out of it? They got him out because on TV, they had Looney Tunes playing, and he had a twitch. They were like, wait a minute. So they talked to him, and they were like, Bugs, how you doing? And he's like, nah. And he starts talking in a fucking coma. Like he was that in the motherfucking character that the only way to get him out of a coma was to acknowledge that he was those characters. And that is true voice acting. That is beautiful to me. But you can't do that with anything else, where it's just like, nah, you just talk to them like it's their character and gets them out of a coma.
But unfortunately, his true self never returned.
Oh, no, of course not. But then we still have
He
great...
was always Bugs from then on.
So, what's each of your guys' favorite Looney Tunes character?
If we're going with that.
I didn't.
You didn't watch Looney
Not
Tunes,
much.
did you? What? Your childhood must have been hard.
Tweety Bird.
Of course it is.
I like Tweety Bird.
You little bitch. I feel like...
What, as if, like, you fucking... Why is that one any better or worse than any... Like, what?
He's the baby-ass character.
Fucking what's your
He's a
favorite
little
character,
bad.
huh?
Bugs.
Bitch.
How dare you?
How does
Bugs
it feel?
is the greatest. Bugs is the greatest. I've killed for less, Lindsay.
Mine was Marvin Martian. I got
Oh,
excited
shit.
Oh, yeah.
every single time he had his own little episode.
Mhm.
Fucking
Oh, God.
loved everything that had to do with Marvin Martian. The only time they showed the red guy was with Marvin Martian. Oh, except for the Barbersville episode with Bugs Bunny.
And the one in Transylvania that's home,
Marvin
too.
Martian.
The
Yeah.
red dude? Yeah.
So, yeah,
Shit.
I don't know why I liked him
called?
so much because I've seen him as an adult and I'm like, wow, he's a pretentious dick.
I forgot about Tasmanian Devil.
Space modulator.
I forgot about
Yeah.
I
Taz.
always love that fucking... He was
I've
like,
just been a science nerd my entire
the
fucking life.
P-32 Humulum space modulator,
Mm.
which had nothing to do with anything. But it did have one of the greatest little spin-offs ever. It did, because it had fucking Duck Dodgers. It had Duck Dodgers in the
Yeah.
23rd and a half century.
Mm.
Not the shitty TV show they made later, which wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great.
Mm.
But like it had its own little couple episodes where it was just like Planet X and like a bunch of cool shit like that.
Mm.
I love that
I
shit.
changed my mind. My favorite is Taz.
Taz?
Yep.
Alright, you're less of a bitch.
Whatever.
Someone's still salty.
I forgot about
I
Taz.
feel like his is
It's the
Sylvester.
salty
I
cast.
didn't really watch.
If I had to pick one for Whitley, because he can't pick one for himself, it would be Sylvester.
I
Because he
think you
just
would've liked
seems he
Sylvester.
seems a lot like him, right?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Like you look at Whitley and it's like, yeah,
Thanks.
no, don't thank me.
I figured.
I know.
Wait. Stallone?
No, you fucking
What?
piece of shit.
His
my
face
God.
makes him look animated enough
Ah!
to be in Looney
You're a
Tunes.
piece of shit. Don't you dare speak ill of Sylvester Stallone. But I mean, we just went on this huge rant about Looney Tunes, but we didn't.
Think about it though. Like if he were in Looney Tunes, he'd fit in. Like imagine his method of speaking, like his lower lip just moving, his upper lip staying stationary.
I'm pretty sure they had him in an episode or two of Looney Tunes.
Yeah, because he fits
Tiny Toons,
exactly.
definitely.
Oh God, Tiny Toons.
I don't even want to talk about
Fucking
that.
no. Let me say this: Tiny Toons wasn't horrible. Tiny Toons wasn't bad. Do you know what was bad? Baby Looney Tunes. Baby
Yes.
Looney Tunes was bad.
Yep.
Baby Looney Tunes was
That
bad, so was
was-
Muppet Babies, but still.
Muppet Babies was awful.
Yeah.
Muppet Babies.
I'm glad.
So-
Tiny Toons, I had that little bit of enjoyment because it was just like, yeah, you guys had a little bit of the feel for it. You know.
So going a little bit further along in the timeline, we have the 70s, which brought us Adamant, and let's see,
Spider-Man.
what is that guy's
60s,
name?
late
It's the
60s.
dog. The dog.
Oh, fucking Underdog.
Yep, Underdog and Scooby-Doo.
Oh,
Scooby-Doo
Hanna-Barbera.
70s. Yeah, the
Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera stuff.
Yeah.
I actually liked Hanna-Barbera.
Mhm.
Um,
I like some of Hanna-Barbera stuff.
not all of it though. Yeah, and we had the Flintstones,
Speed
and
Buggy.
we had
Jetsons.
Jetsons.
Oh,
I
yo.
fucking love the Jetsons.
Speed Racer.
Oh
Speed
God,
Racer
no!
was amazing.
Speed Racer. I fucking
I
hated
watched
the
that
Speed
again
Racer
in the
cartoon.
90s. Like that was.
I fucking hated the Speed Racer
Wow.
cartoon.
No,
I don't know what it was. There was
all the
something
time.
about
Oh,
it.
the original Speed Racer was like so poorly translated. and-
So wait,
oh man,
if we're gonna talk about Hanna-Barbera,
I love that shit.
and I know we brought up Scooby-Doo, but that is without a doubt, like to this day, my favorite motherfucking cartoon.
Scooby-Doo.
I loved Scooby-Doo growing up. Like
Scooby-Doo is super good.
Like I used to be able to do the voice. Now I'm old and crippled and drink too much.
And have no self-respect.
Yeah, that's
I
all
don't
true.
like mysteries at all, and I never liked Scooby Doo. I was so happy, so fucking ecstatic when shows like Voltron and He-Man and She-Ra and all those came on the scene because I was so fucking tired of Looney Tunes and Scooby-Doo. Because that's all we watched in the 80s.
There's never
that's
been
all there was.
There's never been a point in time more in my life where I've wanted to stab Lindsay. This is it. Right now. She's like, oh yeah, Scooby-Doo got canceled? Fucking stabbed. Done. I'm... Woo! Fucking Scooby-Doo was goddamn amazing. The only downside to Scooby-Doo was Fred. Was Fred, because they were like, Fred's the jock who's intelligent and wears an ascot, and I'm like, you don't make sense.
You know your life. You got your life together when you wear an ascot.
You wear an ascot, your life's fucking hardcore. There's a lot of underlying things in those that we never looked at as kids. Like,
to be fair about He-Man though, brought a Skeletor.
Skeletor.
And Evil Lynn.
I forgot. The worst named villain in
No, she is, but she was really well drawn. Her and the Lady of Grayskull,
Can we just
I fucking
remember
love those
Man at
cartoons.
Arms?
Man at Arms was awesome.
Man at Arms was a cool guy. What
and
was it?
Cringer and
Many
fucking
faces? Many faces? So wait, if we're gonna talk about He-Man...
Was it York, the little purple guy that floated?
No.
What's his name?
What was the Beast guy?
Oh,
name?
fuck.
I can't remember his name right now. Beastman.
His name was
no,
Beastman.
Seriously, their names suck.
Their names suck.
He-Man. The name of the show was He-Man. I mean, come on.
Orko! His name is Orko! Orko! Do you know who's worse than Orko? Snarf! Shit. The worst character!
Oh my god.
Snarf. And fucking...
He was so cute. Oh, we had the Smurfs too in the 80s.
Oh god,
that's right.
I forgot about the Smurfs.
Gargamel.
The 80s was the time of it was the golden age for cartoons. It really was. And it sucks because I was born in 93 and I know cartoons started going downhill. We have a resurgence that hit.
We have had a resurgence in the past 5 years or so, but
yeah.
I'm telling you, from 95 to 2007, I think we started watching some really good cartoons. I felt bad for my son.
Yeah.
We watched a lot of old cartoons with him growing up. And he knows Betty Boop. He's very familiar with Betty Boop. Mm-hmm. He knows the Looney Tunes and stuff. Because the cartoons that were available in the late 90s were fucking shit. And he was born in 96, so... Yeah. It's always fucking bad. Because you look back at it and you're like... I'm sorry. Let me say this. My dad introduced me to Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, but I am going to say this. I did grow up watching SpongeBob. Oh yeah, SpongeBob is one that I love. SpongeBob is not Rocco's Modern Life. Rocco's Modern Life we watched. Static motherfucking shot. That wasn't until that was 2000s. That was 2000s, but no, fuck that. We're going back to the 80s. We're getting on this 80s thing because I'm totally really good. There's one that we have. There's two that we haven't mentioned. And then that are amazing. Oh, what's the name of the one?
You know exactly.
Star Troopers.
You know exactly what it is. Oh shit. No, how'd you make it? If we're gonna mention it,
well, no, I understand that. We're gonna get into anime. We're gonna get into. We are getting into anime.
Is anime a separate subject?
Anime is gonna be a separate subject. All right, it should be. We're gonna do American cartoons first, and then
Fringe.
I'll stop it. Sick of your shit already.
I'll set aside my own personal.
So I'm gonna say this right now. If we're gonna talk about this, we cannot skip G.I. Joe.
And knowing
the true American hero. Oh my god, I got it. Lindsay has that fucking look of God damn it. Why did G.I. Joe?
Okay, so these guys don't understand because they grew up with the internet and they grew up with having 10,000 cable channels. When I was growing up as a kid, we had cartoons at 3 o'clock every day, Monday through Friday, and it was only for an hour. And then, so you had 2 shows that you got to watch, which was typically Looney Tunes. And then on Saturday morning, cartoons started at 7 a.m. And they were over at 11. No, you don't understand. This is all we had. We didn't have the opportunity to watch DVDs. We didn't have the opportunity to turn on the internet. We didn't have Hulu. We didn't have Netflix. We didn't have anything like that where we could be like, I feel like watching 2 seasons of Rick and Morty this weekend.
I understand that.
Okay, so now listen.
All right.
G.I. Joe came on at 9 a.m. Saturday mornings. I would purposely stay in bed until 9:30 because I didn't want to watch it, and I love cartoons so much I would watch whatever cartoon was on, but I would only get 2 hours of cartoons a week because my dad wouldn't let me watch cartoons during the week. So I was stuck with Saturday morning cartoons because my dad was at work, so I got free reign on the TV, and I would purposely
Skip
I would
the
lay there and be like, "What time is it?" Like, "Oh no. We're not getting out of bed right now. This is
We're not getting out of
not
bed.
happening." Yeah, no. And then I'd get up and I'd watch my 2.5 hours of fucking cartoons, which usually was He-Man and
Fucking
I think there might have been some Smurfs in there and some My Little Pony and
My Little Pony had the biggest
Transformers. We had Transformers.
Oh, yes.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
We're gonna talk about
Actually,
that.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I didn't get to start watching that till later because that was on during the week and that was on at 3:30.
Let me say this: Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
So that was a weekly show. That was not a.
Yeah, that was one of the
weekend
only
show.
shows that made it like in my opinion, like it has gone fucking tits up. But like when I was a kid, I used to watch I had them on VHS.
Like the original?
I had the OG Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on VHS, and I used to watch that shit daily, only because I loved Michelangelo so much.
Did you ever watch the episode where they're in the museum?
Yes.
With the Rat King.
Yes.
Do you ever I fucking much later on in time, like maybe last year or the year before, did I understand what a Rat King was?
Something from fucking
Nutcracker.
Nutcracker.
No.
What?
No. Okay. A Rat King is where it's like during a run of rats.
I know what you're talking about.
A shit ton of rats. Their tails and bodies get intertwined and they can't untangle, so it creates this mass of like 12, 15 rats. It's an actual thing too. It's like just a tangle of rats that can't untangle themselves. And they die. And it's called a Rat King. Wow. So that villain,
Wow.
fucking Rat King, was named after one of the most horrible things I've ever heard of. The ones that survived ripped their tails off or ate each other. Like,
Jesus Christ!
Like,
Oh, that's rats for
it's the
you.
worst fucking thing I've ever heard.
Since we're going to talk about Transformers real quick, can we talk about one of my favorite adaptations of Transformers?
Which one?
Beast Wars.
Beast Wars. I think
Beast
Beast
Wars
Wars.
with Optimus Primal and Cheetor.
I honestly think that Beast
Except for
Wars.
Robin.
I think Beast Wars was actually the end of good cartoons before we started this 10 or 15 years of just bullshit.
I'm going to say...
I think Beast Wars was at the end of
It was close. It was like with that and Captain Planet.
Captain Planet had been playing for 10 years now.
Captain Planet was amazing.
Captain Planet was on at 8 a.m. and that's why I didn't get up at 8 a.m. and then go back to bed at 9 o'clock to not watch the fucking...
Because let me say this, Captain Planet...
Fuck Captain Planet. I hated that.
First of all, how dare you? Captain Planet was amazing. The only downside to Captain Planet that ever
Go
existed...
for friendship!
First of all, it wasn't even that. It was the kid who had the fucking fire ring who never used it for anything. He was just like, I have fire! And then he doesn't do anything cool. He stops his friends from jumping trains. That's the coolest thing he did in that whole show. He was like, I burned a lock once. And like, you have the power of fire. Just kill people.
Yeah.
You can kill people.
You can save the earth by destroying humanity.
You can, exactly.
Speaking of which,
Power of heart.
the Don Cheadle. Do you remember
Don Cheadle, Captain Planet.
The Don Cheadle College Humor fucking video was the funniest shit.
Captain Planet, motherfucker.
Yeah, he fucking starts turning everyone
Into trees.
Everyone on the planet into trees.
And then he keeps the heart kid in a goddamn little room locked up. Like, he has all the other rings, but he just keeps heart because he's like, you're not fucking useful. I don't care about you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Mr. T had his own show too.
Yes.
That was drawn by Hanna-Barbera.
Totally had a show.
Yeah. No, what?
Yeah, it did.
Who?
The A-Team.
No,
had a show.
Mr. T.
Mr. T?
Mr. T himself had his own show.
His own animated?
He had his own animated show.
He did.
That was Mr. T and these two Asian
very
kids.
long.
Yeah, it was
like a season.
Yeah, it was Mr. T. I saw it like when I was like 13. Like it was Mr. T and these two Asian kids, and they just went and solved mysteries. It's a lot like that fucking Mike Tyson show.
Yeah,
it's a lot like that.
I remember remember that. It was very short-lived. It did not last very long.
It was great.
No ratings. I don't even think it lasted a full season.
Fucking Mr.
There
T.
might be 6 episodes.
I remember Mr. T running down the street in San Francisco in one of the episodes and just tackling someone. And I'm like, yeah, that's how you solve a fucking mystery. That's how you do it. Fucking shit, man. That was.
I do have to say that the My Little Pony from the 90s is not as good as the current My Little Pony.
Yeah, apparently the new My Little Pony, which I have not watched. I won't. I can't do it. I can't.
David made me watch it.
You loved it.
It's the best one ever.
There was something charming about it, but I didn't want to watch any more of it.
Relives though.
Like,
No.
It was alright. I just didn't have any interest in watching it further.
I mean, yeah.
No, I watched all the seasons and then watched them again. I think I've seen them all like 3 times. I've watched them with my kids. I've watched them alone. I've watched them with friends. I fucking love My Little Pony.
Fucking.
It's so well done.
It is.
So well done.
I'm not gonna
The
try that.
storyline is wonderful. The drawings are great. Everything about it is amazing. The My Little Pony of the 80s, though, that I'm talking about.
Shit.
If you remember what the My Little Ponies
it was
looked
like
like
Care
back
Bears.
then, the Care Bears were awesome in the 80s. I don't like the 90s Care Bears. The 90s Care Bears are shit.
I think the 90s
They're all
Care Bears is the only
chibi
one I've seen.
and weird, and
Oh,
I don't like them.
shit. Okay.
Where they started having random Care Bears who were like elephants and shit.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was at the end of standard Care Bears, and then it moved on to these ones with really big
Care
heads
Cousins.
and really tiny.
That's what they were
They
called.
reshaped the Care Bears
Yeah.
to a completely different shape.
So they can
Those
sell
are the
more.
ones I don't like.
Like troll dolls.
But the old Care Bear is actually a decent storyline for that age group. I mean, I've watched it as an adult, and it's
And
kind
it's
of
not.
like dry and really.
We need to, after you guys are done, sorry, we need to cycle back to the G.I. Joe movie. Because I don't know if you guys have seen it, but...
Which, the fucking one with Channing Tatum?
No, not the modern ones.
The
Like the original animated one.
I don't even remember that. Did it have
I
Snake
don't
Eyes?
remember much about it right now, but
Did
I
it have
do
Snake
remember
Eyes in it?
seeing it.
I'm pretty sure it did. I got
Did
drunk.
it have Roadblock?
I got drunk with some of my friends.
I remember Cobra being in it.
I remember names.
Got drunk with some of my friends and watched it. There was a secret city there where they had like snake people and shit, and Cobra
Yeah.
discovered
I
it.
do remember
And
this.
it was called okay, no. Alright. The fucking studio was like, alright, I guess we'll just call it Cobra Law after Shangri-La. just as a placeholder. And then they sent it into Hasbro, and Hasbro was like, yeah, that's good, stick with that. It's not good, that's fucking terrible. Why would you fucking do that?
Cobra Law.
Cobra Law. And then fucking
show.
oh man, Joe. I think it was Joe. Joe was supposed to die. Duke
is Duke.
Duke was supposed to
Yeah.
die.
I remember names because I used
Straight
to play
up.
with G.I. Joes as a kid.
Straight up, he was supposed to die in the movie.
Yeah,
Like
but they retconned it.
yeah, well he got like I forget if he got shot or stabbed or something like that. He was bleeding. There was blood in the
I
film.
forgot how brutal it like.
And then fucking
G.I. Joe had its moments.
yeah, so like there was actual violence, and then he was like on the ground, and I forget what he said to the other guy, but he said some shit, and then he like passed out, you know, and he was supposed to die, but then at that like on that image they just cut in and had a voice actor say, "He passed out."
Like the Richard Nixon, like when Richard Nixon's taking over the cartoons in Futurama. Have you never seen that?
No.
So in Futurama, they have an episode where it's literally like Saturday morning cartoons, and one of them's G.I. Joe. Like there's literally like blood and guts and shit, and like fucking one of the characters is called like Flamethrower, just burns people, and like Leela's has just like hedge clippers and shit. Like it's brutal as fuck, and it's just like he just voices over it, and it's like, "Oh, take a bath, you hippie!" Like when he's threatening someone, and it's like, "Oh, okay," while they're smacking two people's head together, and I'm like, "This is great, I love it."
But it's like that. Like it's just so. He was supposed to die. Like it was clear that he died, and then they just added in.
He passed out.
He passed out. Like,
Oh no!
Just some dude yelling it like, "We need medical attention."
See, I always love shit like that though, and like a lot of cartoons did that shit. And they did it well though. Like the random voiceovers were always like one of my favorite parts. Like I always like listening to like Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime should have been dead a million times over, by the way. Please let someone else acknowledge this other than me. Because Optimus Prime is like, he's not the worst leader in the world, but he's absolutely not great. Because he's just like, suicide mission, suicide mission, suicide mission. Everyone's like, why are we doing this, Optimus? And it's like, because we're getting intel and we're getting energon. And it's like, nah, dude, at this point, we're just killing each other. Like, we're literally looking for fights with the other team. Optimus Prime is like the perfect example of America. Like, it's just like, fuck it, they got shit we want. Let's go fucking take it. It's like, but it's on free land. We don't even have to fight them for it. We just can sneak in. It's like, fuck it, fight them. Yeah. That's Optimus Prime.
Pretty much.
That's why I love Optimus.
There's been many times where they had to carry his ass back to camp so they could fucking fix him.
That's why I like Optimus Primal so much. Optimus Primal was like my favorite character. Like when it was fucking, because Optimus Primal was just like, he didn't get in a whole lot of fights. Like, he got in fights, but it was like a gorilla versus a dinosaur.
Yep.
And it was still fucking rad. Like, Megatron was a T-Rex.
Yeah, he was.
And then there was the best character to come out of cartoons in a very long time, in my opinion. Waspinator.
His voice.
His voice was exactly like this.
Hang on. The fucking rat, though.
Oh, the rat with the fucking New York accent?
The way the fucking rat says Beasterize, like...
Beasterize!
Haunted me.
That shit?
No, it was like... he went up in pitch, like, so fucking...
Beasterize! No, that shit?
Fucking... Beasterize! He's like...
Yeah, he almost sounded like Skyscream sometimes.
Starscream!
Just went all over the fucking
Starscream
when he was turning into the goddamn...
Starscream is one... There's 3 characters in all of, like, Transformers history that have been in every series. And that's fucking Megatron, Optimus, and motherfucking Starscream.
Because he's a piece of shit.
Starscream's the best character. You shut your whole mouth.
No, I'm not saying he isn't. I'm saying that he's always the user. Like
he's always the person that's like, hey Megatron, you suck ass at your job.
Yeah, and then Megatron is like, fuck you, and then Starscream is like, fuck, I'm sorry.
Shit.
No, sir.
I'm just a jet.
And then Secret.
I'm just a jet and you're a fucking tank. It's not like I can bomb you or anything. Come on, Starscream, grow some balls.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he had the opportunity on many an occasion.
I'm just...
And then fucking Soundwave got a huge character redubbed too in one of the series. Like, Soundwave went from like, you know, he was like, I was a boombox once, and you know, he's kind of just like always following him, to be like, I have my own evil plans, and this is my brother who's a fucking radar. And like, it just got fucking crazy. Like, shit got nuts. And I was like, whoa, what's up with all this Energon? There was Energon everywhere.
Yeah.
And then they had Hawks that carried Energon. This is like way later. This is like in one of the weird other 3D series that they did. Like fucking 2003 or something. It's fucking weird. Where they had a dump truck who used to be a fucking Decepticon, but is now like an Autobot.
There was a motorcycle in that series that couldn't fucking decide which side he wanted to be on.
That was Soundwave.
Yeah.
That was Soundwave.
It totally was.
It was Soundwave. He was like, I'm a motorcycle. I'm working for you, Optimus.
I remember the fucking toys. There was like a little symbol for Autobot or Decepticon, but fucking Soundwave had like a slash through the middle of his with half Decepticon and half Autobot.
He was just like, yeah, fuck it, you're not the boss.
He couldn't make up his
He was a loose cannon. He was the most loose cannon.
Yeah.
No, but like, I kind of loved where cartoons started going. Because they went from, like, you know, Transformers, which was amazing, and then there was G.I. Joes, which apparently some people hate. I mean, I can't blame them for hating it. But they all had their revamps and shit, and then there was, like, of course, Captain Planet of the Greatness. I loved Captain Planet. And then they got into, like, weird stuff, like Johnny Test.
Yeah, that was a bad period.
I'm gonna say this. My dad loved Johnny Test.
I didn't.
I didn't understand it. He was like, Johnny Test is great. I just skipped over one of the best eras Cartoon Network ever had, by the way. And I feel like an asshole.
Wait, what era?
The early 90s when we had fucking Dexter's Lab and Powerpuff Girls. The shit that I actually grew up on, where it was like...
that shit was good.
I mean, that was when we had Rocko's Modern Life, because I was
watching that. Like there was Rocko's SpongeBob. Cow and Chicken was around that same time.
Who?
Cow and Chicken. Do you not remember Cow and Chicken?
No.
With the big red devil-looking dude
I've seen
who's always naked?
I've seen it, but like I've seen images, but I've never actually watched it.
Cow had the greatest catchphrase of all time. It was "Arrestate." And I still to this day have no idea what it means, but her she turned into a superhero and it was literally just like a fucking pajamas. It was just pajamas with the udder cut out, and then she just speaks Spanish.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh my god!
Oh, I fucking love Courage.
Courage is the reason I love horror movies so much.
Courage is so good.
Courage the Cowardly Dog did one of the best things.
And then Liquid Television came out in the early 90s.
I've only seen like 3 episodes of Liquid Television.
What? I used to watch it every day.
Because Liquid Television was really short-lived.
It was a couple years.
It was
actually.
like 96 to like 99?
Mm-mm.
When was it?
It was before my son was born. I was watching it
So it was like
when I was still living with my
95.
parents.
Because
I was watching it when I was still living with my parents, which means it was before 94. I moved out in 94.
Alright, I don't know when you moved out. I don't know
I'm just saying, it's early 90s. We're talking about early 90s. Liquid Television was early 90s. I think it was 92 to 94.
Alright.
Maybe 92, 95.
So like the year I was born.
Right.
So there's like...
So Liquid Television had a bunch of different like 5 to 15 minute clips throughout an hour long. It was on MTV, and my favorite of all of them was Aeon Flux. And then Aeon Flux went off on its own. She had a comic book. She had a movie. The movie wasn't that bad, but it wasn't great. It wasn't great, but I think they did a good representation of the show. I've seen every episode, so I fucking love Aeon Flux.
So wait, you've seen the episode where Aeon Flux licks some guy's nipples?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the only one on YouTube that's not been taken off, by the way.
No idea.
Really?
That's the only one on YouTube because they won't claim it. They won't claim it as theirs. Everything else, they're like, nah, that's us. And then the one where she licks some dude's nipple, she's like,
no, we don't want that.
No, we won't claim that.
My favorite episode was when she was kidnapped by Trevor, and she ended up wearing the white dress, and they were like kind of slowly falling in love. But she was the captor falling in love with her captive falling in love with the captor.
Stockholm syndrome.
And
yes,
but she was already in love with this guy, but he was holding her hostage because she was a terrorist.
So that just reminds me of Stripperella. Stripperella was a very short-lived show.
There were a few episodes after that. There was like 4 or 5 of them of her and Trevor and all of their shenanigans and stuff. Yeah.
Did she lick his nipples?
Probably.
Was she the one who licked his?
I know she like pinched him and rolled him. I remember that episode. Somebody pinched him.
See, that gets into like the dirtier TV that we used to watch when we were younger that I wasn't supposed to be watching. Like I watched Stripperella. Which was the show with Pamela Anderson. Pamela Anderson had her own cartoon that fucking Stan Lee helped out with, mind you, where she was a stripper by day. Well, time out. She was a stripper by like 8 o'clock at night to about 1 in the morning. Then she would fight crime after that. And I was like, oh, Stripperella, you so crazy. And she had no real superpowers other than the fact that she was like, I have boobs and an ass. And that was it. And I loved it.
Billy and Mandy.
Oh my god!
Mandy,
I forgot. That was actually like one of my favorite shows. I forgot about it.
That was a bit later then.
Well, no, that's like around.
It was a slight.
Billy and Mandy was around the same time as Ed, Ed, Eddy.
Yes.
It was Ed, Ed, Eddy, Billy and Mandy.
And that was after Robert was born, so it had to have been 96, 97.
Yeah, it was the late 90s fucking shit.
Oh,
where it came around with like
Billy and Mandy was later than that.
Daria.
I fucking hated Daria.
I didn't
thought it
really
was
like
pretty
Daria
funny.
either. People always thought I would like Daria because she was this snarky little bitch, but
No, but
I
the
really
fucking-
didn't like her.
All right. No, I love the dad. I love the dad from Daria because he's fucking insane.
Mandy was the fucking snarky little bitch I liked.
Mandy was not even a snarky little bitch. Mandy was just like the realest bitch on the block.
Yeah.
Super cynical, super real. She was just like, yeah, no, I fucking love Mandy.
You know what let me say this. Do you guys remember like one of the pilot episodes? Or like, not the pilot, one of the early episodes. By the way, if we're going to talk about the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, we can't forget that did not start as the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. It started off as Grim and Evil, which was the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy and Evil Con Carne, which had a giant purple bear with a stomach like that showed outside of his stomach and a brain inside of his head, and it had fucking general fucking Scar.
Everyone has brains inside their head.
Shit.
No, it had like a glass jar with a brain, and it was
shit.
Yeah.
feel
Do you
like I
remember
remember
General
that.
Scar from like later in the show?
No. Well, I didn't watch a whole lot of the show.
Oh
to be
my
honest.
God.
I swear that show came out later than
No, it came out at the same time. There was a vote. Let me say this. This is how vividly I remember this shit. There was a vote going on when we were younger. And it was like, okay, do you guys want Evil Con Carne or do you want Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy? And Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy won. And honestly, I'm kind of disappointed that it did, because fucking Evil Con Carne was a great fucking show. It really was. It did not, it was so short-lived though. Like, there was a character named Sinestro who had like a solid fucking gold, like a solid silver head. But he was this fucking tall, and he always wore a leisure suit.
Mm.
And then all of their plans were held on Bunny Island, which was just a giant island shaped like a rabbit. And it was amazing. And Billy and Mandy buy it in one of the episodes. No, but the episode I was going to talk about was the episode where Billy finds out he can just jump into people's heads, because Grim teaches him how. And it's like one of the first episodes, because he's just jumping into people's head, and he's like, Grim jumps into fucking Milkshake's the cat's head, and he's like, here I am, I'm a kitty cat, I wear a bowl of peanuts for a hat. If I eat them all, I will get fat. La la la, I'm a kitty cat. Yeah, I remember that really well.
Obviously.
No, but like Billy starts jumping into people's heads because he can, and then jumps into Mandy's and makes Mandy do all this fucked up shit. Like, just fucked up shit. Like, ask Erwin out on a date and do like just fucked up shit. And then later she's like, okay. And she jumps into Milkshake's head, and Billy's sitting in bed, and he's like, oh gosh, Milkshakes, I really wish Mandy seems real mad at me. I feel so bad that I did that, and just fucking head turns around like a full 100, like fucking 90 degrees.
2001.
Yeah.
You said it was way earlier than that. You said we're talking early 90s cartoons still.
2000? No, we're talking late 90s.
At this point.
You weren't even paying attention. Shut up, your mouth.
But it came out in 2001?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're in the 2000s.
I thought Robert was a little younger, because I didn't remember letting him watch it right away, but he would have been 5.
There's that scene where Milkshake's head turns a full 90 degrees backwards. Like,
You mean 180?
No, I meant 90.
180.
180.
That's
This
a
is
whole
90.
half circle.
Oh, whatever. 180. I don't know things. What do you want from me? I'm not a mathematician. No, but like, it's like, isn't that touching? And Mandy took it over, and it's like, well, Billy, you can pick your friends, and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. And then it has all the claws that just fucking almost murders him, and I love it. Like, that show is so beautifully dark. Like, when you get into dark shows, it just reminds me of like fucking Invader Zim, which was cut way before its time.
Oh my god, I fucking love Invader Zim.
The Doom song.
I just remember it had a crazy, like, huge following after the show.
It did, because
it became a cult following. Like,
It did.
There's so many people that love that show. And
Gurr is still loved by every single fangirl that's ever
People
existed.
still
Rave girls love Gurr.
People still have sweatshirts with him on.
That's because it's still one of the highest selling fucking things in the world. And they will never bring that show back on Nickelodeon, ever. Like, that just, like, fucking Cat Dog. Cat Dog will never be back. And Cat Dog
was pretty good.
Cat Dog was amazing. There was a fucking...
They made it with the beavers.
Angry Beavers?
I loved Angry Beavers. I fucking loved them. I don't know why, because Cat Dog eventually started to get on my nerves, but I liked it if I watched it every now and then. But I couldn't watch it all the time. But Angry Beavers, I had to watch every episode. I loved Angry Beavers.
So Angry Beavers and Cat Dog, like Cat Dog had the one thing that Angry Beavers didn't have, where they had a movie. They had a movie because nobody wanted to explain anything. Like the producers and the director didn't want to say, like, hey, they're just a cat and a dog combined, and they just like, we don't know how they did it, and then they make a movie later, and it's like, here's their parents. It's a fucking Bigfoot and like a goddamn bird. Like that's their parents. It's just some random ass shit, and it's like, how did this? No, you explain, god damn it.
They were one of the first like completely off the wall cartoons.
They were.
Because it took a while for it to take, but it they kind of made way for like shows like Adventure Time and
oh my god, Regular Show. Robot Chicken. Robot Chicken came out because
that was way in the future though. Like all of those shows are way in the future.
Robot Chicken, I feel like had more of a.
They paved the way a little bit though, because they had to like plant the seed. It was kind of Cat Dog was the Inception cartoon.
And Cat Dog was like there was Cat Dog, and then there was Invader Zim that was also one of those ones because Invader Zim broke a mold. Invader Zim said, "Hey, you can draw and put on some really fucked up shit, and people will watch it, and they'll love it."
Mm-hmm.
Because producers were just like, nah, man, you can't do that. Like, people actually want, like, wholesome cartoons. They want, like...
Captain America!
Fucking, they do want Captain America. Fucking... Sorry. Let me say this. The fucking 90s...
I hated that show for how wholesome it was. It was annoying.
The Captain America show was awful. And then there was the 90s Spider-Man, which is one of the best fucking cartoons of all time.
Sounds like the 90s X-Men.
The 90s...
That was another one I looked forward to in the 90s was X-Men.
Fucking, that's because X-Men had, like...
Every
There's a
Saturday.
fucking crossover between 90s X-Men and 90s Spider-Man.
That's pretty cool.
When he's turning into Man-Spider. I watched a lot of cartoons as a child.
Man, 90s Spider-Man was super fucking
90s Spider-Man was amazing, and then 60s Spider-Man existed too, which was fucking has now just turned into a giant internet meme, and I love it.
Well, it's really
I'm
funny.
just
if you go
sitting
back
here
and watch
masturbating.
Man, so that's how fast orphans burn. Like, look at all the fucks I have to give, and it's like, yes.
Yeah.
So Whitley hasn't said much. What kind of cartoons do you like?
Whitley?
Well, we're talking like late 90s, early
Late 90s, early
80s,
2000s, the shit that you were in.
So that's like when like Futurama and all those.
Futurama was like the beginning of the 2000s.
True. Simpsons
Simpsons
started
came out
season
when
Simpsons
one.
was long. Simpsons
started
is
in
one of the
91.
is like the second longest running episodic show.
Longest running cartoon.
Cartoon.
On
Yeah, that's why I
television.
said episodic show.
Yeah.
The longest running episodic show is WWE. Yeah.
Oh.
It's a weird thing to think about.
Yeah.
But it absolutely is.
All right.
So yeah, Futurama.
Futurama's good.
I mean, yeah, I can't deny that. Futurama's like my go-to show.
Yeah.
Like, it could actually do more than just comedy in that show. That show can make you cry.
Don't you talk about the feels of Futurama, goddammit.
There are some feels on there.
Oh,
The
There
dog,
are.
it waited forever for him.
It's got
Fucking Layla finds her parents.
It's got really crazy writing, like fucking 3 references in a sentence, like the
Fucking yeah.
shit like that, and
So-
drives me like.
I love the writers of that show because they're able to like fit so much in an episode of like pop culture and things that everybody is so used to. Plus, they can put political statements and stuff in there, and they can make a whole show a political statement without actually making it, sound like some kind of activist political statement.
Right.
And so the writers of that show, I think, are genius.
Yeah.
I think they're amazing.
They are. Did you know one of the writers of that show is like fucking like high up in like a very big mathematician?
Really.
Like he is. You know the episode where they're all switching minds and shit?
Mhm.
That theory written on the board is actually like his theory. It's an actual theory. Like it's not just gobbledygook. It's like an actual fucking
It
theory.
actually worked for.
Yeah, and it actually works for that problem. No, but like if we're gonna talk about the fucking Fields train, because someone's gonna be like, "Oh, we're gonna do that one," I'm gonna be like, "No." The episode where Fry goes to his brother's grave, or who he thinks is his brother, and it's his nephew. I cried. I sat there and I was like, "Oh, is it to carry on
Wish I'd seen more of this show.
You
I didn't get to watch a whole lot of cartoons.
have you seen the newest?
Has Hulu?
I didn't have growing up. I didn't have cable. I had PBS. That was pretty much it. I grew up with Arthur.
Time out. Arthur's become a fucking meme too.
Fucking love Arthur.
I love
Wait, time out. Do you remember? Have you seen the meme of fucking Buster? Buster sitting there like this, and he's like, "I got one titty in this hand, one titty in this."
Yeah.
And
the fucking meme of Arthur's like clenched fist. Like, that one's pretty funny too.
I fucking love memes.
Yeah, I grew up with Arthur and like
Dragon Tales.
Zoom. You remember Zoom?
My mom was almost on Zoom.
You remember Blue's Clues?
Oh my god!
Yeah, Robert was watching, and he's only a year and a half older than Robert.
I didn't get to watch a whole
So
lot of that.
I'm a little insulted that she didn't immediately ask me.
You were born in '93.
You damn right I watched Blue's Clues still. Who the fuck are you talking to? That was in elementary. That was like first grade for me. Blue's Clues was amazing.
My son stopped watching it when he was 4.
Oh,
So I just
fuck.
assumed you were too
Hell
old
no.
for it.
I love Blue's Clues. Barney, Steve? Fuck Barney.
My son was not allowed to watch Barney.
Barney was garbage.
I didn't watch
I
Barney
always
either. I hated
previewed
it.
all of the
But-
cartoons before I let my children
I
watch
hate
them, and
you,
Barney
you
I did
hate
not
me,
approve because it was
let's
too
just
patronizing
Barney
and it
up
treated
a
children
tree.
like they didn't know well
Yes.
enough. So I never allowed my kids to watch Barney.
Yeah.
Though I did let my youngest boy, Mason, watch Teletubbies, but he stopped watching it when he was 18 months, which is age appropriate.
Oh my god, I forgot.
So
I forgot that.
And I like
That was the
Teletubbies for
one-
that age group.
that was the
Anything
one
older
show
than that,
I
you're
wasn't
just,
allowed to
eh.
watch.
I forgot that it
Teletubbies was the show I wasn't allowed to watch
Teletubbies.
because my parents were like, no, this show is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
My parents were like, we'll even let you watch Barney. Like, we'll let you watch Barney over Teletubbies.
I
Only
forgot-
because Barney, like, was like, at least he's talking to them. Like, Teletubbies was just like, hello, kids, look at the sun, it's a baby.
You know what show that you know what age group that show was designed for?
How?
6 to 18 months. There was no reason for anybody who could speak to be
That was
watching
the
that show.
issue. The issue was like now we have shows where it's like, no, regardless of how old you are, like, they have like 0 to 4. Like, that's what they have now. Like, Ni Hao Kai Lan. Like, teach your kids fucking Chinese at 4. Fuck that shit. I want it.
My
Like,
girls are
listen-
speaking Chinese.
Exactly. That's what I want. That's what I want from life.
Ni hao, ma.
Yeah.
What was the name of the show with the cat?
Fucking which one? Are you talking about the little Asian cats?
Yes.
Oh
It was
fuck!
set
I
in
know what you're,
China.
I know exactly what you're talking about, but I don't know the name of it.
It was their tails.
Huh?
They did like the calligraphy with their tails.
Yes.
Yeah.
That show was weird.
And
I
Dragon
like that
Tales.
show.
Dragon Tales, let's all go on Dragon.
I let Robert watch Dragon Tales. I
Dragon
didn't really
Tales.
get into it, but I didn't disapprove of it, so I let him watch
When
it.
I watched Dragon Tales when I
And
was
Doug.
drunk. Oh,
Doug.
dude. I know every night.
Quillman.
I know. Doug is such a dumb show. Let me say this about Doug. Doug is a show about a dude with super bad social anxiety who just blows shit out of proportion.
What was the
Like, he is
show?
fucked up.
Totally.
Hey, Arnold.
What was the show? I
like
was gonna say
Arnold.
Arnold. What was the show? With
I actually
the three
watched
beavers?
that show. You have to watch it.
The
back
three
to back
kid
to back,
beavers.
The 3 kid. Oh, you're talking about fucking goddamn the Otter Show.
PB&J.
PB&J.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah, and they did the noodle dance.
Yeah. Oh my
God.
The noodle dance. So that they can think. They used it so they can
They
use
used
their noodle.
Oh my! I used to babysit 3 kids.
Yes.
I used to babysit these 2 kids who
Oh
would
my
come
God.
over, and whenever they had an idea, they'd do the noodle dance. And then I saw them again when they were like, I think one of them's like
It's
10 or
really
11
bad
right now.
flashback.
One of them has to be 10 or 11 right now, and I saw him, and I shit you not, he was thinking, and I saw him do it. And I'm like, you're almost a teenager! You can't do the noodle dance anymore! It's like, it helps me think. And I'm like, I mean, shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, this is bringing up so many memories. Fuck. I wanted to watch Dragon Ball Z anytime that I had the chance when I was a kid.
That was a well done
I
cartoon.
liked
Dragon Ball Z was technically an anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is an anime.
It is an anime.
It is an anime. That's one of the reasons why I haven't brought up Pokemon yet either.
Yeah. Pokemons.
Pokemon. Alright, well, yeah, sorry.
I cried
That's
at
in the
Dragon Ball
Pokemon.
Z.
anime.
Yeah.
That's up there with Ronin Warriors.
Pushing
and
those aside.
For just a moment.
Yeah. Okay, so you said Hey Arnold. After Hey Arnold came Fairly Odd Parents.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Really,
My
Odd
favorite.
Parents has, without a doubt.
Which
I was
one?
called Timmy Turner all through high
I
school.
don't have a nickel. Where's
Philip! Where's Philip? Go on, Nickel!
Fairly Odd Parents was maybe my
around.
favorite cartoon. Definitely my favorite cartoon on Nickelodeon.
It was of the new age, yeah. It was one of the best.
Yeah.
It still is one of the best.
That was early 2000s.
So I love,
Really well animated.
Like one of the best things is like some of the first early episodes, like of that show where he's like, they redid an episode, by the way. They never bring it up. Like they never bring it up, the fact that like they redid an episode, because like one of the first episodes, Timmy just wishes for more of himself. There's like 5,000 Timmys. And then later, he wishes for more dads. And there's like 5,000 dads. And I'm like, bullshit! Bullshit! You can't do that! Like, they literally just were like, you just recycled an episode. And then there was the video game episode where, like, fucking Cosmo and Wanda had to fucking keep the power going because Vicky was overcharging everything.
Yeah.
And then fucking Chester, AJ, and Timmy are all in the game. And it's like, AJ's like, I thought you were an 815 peer. Like
they had the Tron suits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you died in the game, you died in real life.
Yep.
Mitch hates that concept.
Yeah,
I've seen Stay Alive.
You die in the game, you die in real life.
God damn it, Frankie Muniz. Stop making horrible movies. Stop it. You don't have to anymore. You're rich. No, but like shows like that, like it does all go to like the next step, which is anime. Which is
well, hang on. No,
do you have another one?
We have the whole period of time. I guess Fairly Odd Parents. Like I don't know if it's still on or not.
It is.
Fuck, man.
It's still going.
It's been on for like 15 years then.
I remember when Ed, Edd n Eddy was getting canceled.
Yeah.
I remember the day Ed, Edd n Eddy got canceled because I came home. I was in like I had to be middle school or something.
I remember because they did a whole big. It was a whole.
They had a huge thing. I skipped school for a day, and then like the next day, I remember coming home from school afterwards, and like they were like, "This is gonna be the last time we show Ed, Edd n Eddy," and I cried.
Mm-hmm.
Like I sat there and like, because that was one of my big shows when I was a kid.
Robert
Like,
really liked that show too.
yeah, it was,
I thought I didn't like it at first because
it's
I only
one of those
watched a
shows
couple
that
episodes.
grows on you.
Yeah.
But I sat down and watched it with him consistently for a little while, and I actually started to like it. You didn't have to watch it.
One of
to
the
do it in
best
a row.
episodes, in my opinion, is where they start questioning the universe. And then there's this is where I get my comedy from, mind you, is Ed from that episode, where it's like, Eddie, how do my feet
Every
stink?
last drop.
How do my feet smell if they have no nose? Boom! Mind blown. What do you do when you're loving a shoe and it ain't got no soul? It's amazing. It's amazing. I love it.
1
Well,
plus 1 equals 1 on a bun.
1 + 1 = 1 on a bun. It just words, just poetry in motion. And then the time where Ed gets fucking grounded. Oh!
They took his stairs.
That's disturbing.
They took his stairs. I
It's
remember
like,
that
Ed,
episode.
Ed, where are your stairs? My parents took them because I am grounded. That's disturbing.
So disturbing.
It's so disturbing. No, but like then when they question the universe, they fuck up everything. Like they eat part of the sun and turn it into the moon. Like he fucking pulls Jimmy's outline away and he goes down the sewer. They rip Sarah's mouth off and it bites Eddie's face. Like it's amazing. Like that is like the show. Like if you ever.
I thought that was the episode where they were trying to tell stories to Jimmy because they somehow broke into his wall.
No, that one was fucking amazing too, though. No,
That
fucking.
sounds fucking crazy.
And then they make Johnny 2x4 into a
Watch
monster.
Adventure Time?
Hmm?
So do you watch Adventure Time?
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I love Adventure.
I mean, I know you watch Rick and Morty. We were just watching it before we started the podcast.
fucking.
Alright, hang on. So there was Ed, Edd n Eddy, and then a little bit afterwards, Fairly Odd Parents, and then there was a period of time with cartoons that I didn't like very much, except for Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Foster's Home, yes!
Which has the most depressing, weird backstory.
I've been watching it. I watched it on Hulu last year. Fucking
Hey, did you know
all the
that
episodes.
Reaper from
Fucking love
Overwatch
that
is
show.
voiced by the same guy who voices Blue from Overwatch?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Really?
Reaper from Overwatch is the same voice actor as Blue.
I love that. My life now is for Blue.
I love
Blue Regard Q Kazoo, which, mind you, came up with the best motherfucking constant phrase that has ever gone through my head. which is it's hot in.
They did a comic of that where it's Reaper doing the hot torpedo with 76 as the newscaster.
Yes!
Until it's hot.
But
You can't get past it! And then it had characters, oh my god, you're Wilt!
hang on, I went from
He's fucking Wilt!
He's so Wilt.
That's who he is!
Okay.
I never made a connection! Yeah, I'm sorry. You're just constantly apologizing. Way too caring of everything in the world. That's who Mitchell
It's
is.
very
He's
accommodating.
Wilt!
He's Wilt.
Oh my god!
He is the
You're
personification
Wilt!
of Wilt.
Oh my god! It makes so much sense now.
Then they do a Foster's movie where
Yeah, they did. Where they go and find him, and his fucking.
and he's
I
like,
am blue, and I'm
and
okay
the
with
original owner was like,
His original owner's like LeBron James.
like Michael Jordan. It's some basketball.
No, it's like LeBron James, I think. Or
I
Will
think I'm
Chamberlain.
Coco. Because nobody listens to me anymore. Coco. And she's a smart ass. She's such a fucking smart ass.
It's Eduardo.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. I can't do that voice anymore. What were you going to say, Mitch? Something about being Will?
No, I was gonna say after Foster's Home, like it was a great fucking show. I love that show. After Foster's Home came this period of time. What was that show with the two girls in the band?
Hi, Puffy on me.
I didn't like that show.
It was awful.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Yeah, exactly. There was a period of time.
Wait, what about like Samurai Jack? Was that
Samurai
Samurai Jack. I fucking love
So
Samurai
there's another
Jack.
one that no one's gonna bring up because no one will remember it but me. But whatever happened to Robot Jones, which was one of the best. I fucking loved that show.
That came on after Samurai Jack, and I didn't really get into it.
It was so good.
No
I
idea.
remember it came on after.
It was
like, Samurai
called
Jack
Whatever
had been on
Happened
for,
to
like,
Robot Jones.
a year or two before that came on.
My Life as a Teenage Robot came out.
Oh my
at the same
god,
time.
there's porn
that
about
show
that now.
was. Huh? That show was. I didn't like that show.
What?
No, I didn't like it.
It had one of the coolest characters. He wore a vest. The fucking male character who like was opposite of Jenny, who was always friends with them and carried around his little brother and shit.
Yeah.
He wore a vest. He was so cool. I
He was
loved him.
alright. Yeah, I liked
He was
him.
such a dork. Fucking honestly. Then there was fucking. Oh god. That's getting into bad TV.
Okay, we're gonna take a break real quick.
We were talking about cartoons. We're going to continue it. We're going to put it in a different cast. We're actually going to put this onto its own little mini clip because we really forgot about one very specific set of cartoons that Invader Zim happened to bring on, which was The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack.
Flapjack.
That was the full title?
And
Fuck, I forgot that.
Yeah, and Chowder.
Chowder.
I love Chowder.
Chowder was
Because Chowder
fucking-
had one of the best animation styles of all
Oh
time.
my god, it was crazy. That show
It was just
insane.
amazing. And I mean, I feel like we needed to bring that one in, and because it was absolutely necessary. And like,
Yeah, no, that's an essential portion of like early 2000s.
Yeah.
Actually, mid 2000s
Yeah.
animation.
Yeah.
it's what I used to call the stoner block, because that's exactly what it was. You get high as fuck, and then you just go watch those things.
Yeah, that's true.
That's exactly what it was, and it brought on
Those
things
shows
like
were fucking
Adventure
weird.
Time, Regular Show,
Which only got weirder. Actually,
Fucking-
yeah, no, regular show was just after that. And the Amazing World
Regular
of Gumball.
Show. Oh my god! Like no, these are all the newer shows. Are literally just stoner block shows.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm gonna say that right now, and I
Yeah, that's
mean
true.
it. They're just like you get high as fuck, and you watch this shit, and you're like,
They got
This is
weirder. They got
amazing.
weirder and weirder because they were like both appealing to young kids and
But they were-
people that grew up with Cartoon Network.
exactly.
That's actually really interesting. I never thought about that before.
And for that, I would like to thank Cartoon Network itself,
yeah,
because without you guys,
shoutouts.
we would not. One, we would not be talking here on this podcast whatsoever, and two, we would not have nearly the childhood or the wherewithal
Mm.
as adults.
I think Cartoon Network defined my son's childhood and my adulthood, like my early 20s.
Yeah,
I wish it defined mine.
I just want to say that, like, as someone who gets up on stage and does comedy, Cartoon Network is like one of the biggest things that ever like.
The other one, which
Shit.
Samurai Jack came from, was Adult Swim. But
Which actually, Samurai Jack started on Cartoon Network.
He was on
It
Adult Swim.
was before Adult Swim.
Yeah,
He was before Adult Swim. It was literally the original Cartoon Network block.
On Nickelodeon.
Like he was, yeah. That's when they let a lot of shit go through. Like, and then now they've recently brought him back to Adult Swim.
Holy
Well,
shit.
and
And
it was-
was because he was killing robots.
I started watching it because of Adult Swim. That's how I started watching it. So I didn't know that there was
Yeah,
a previous
rebooting it.
version of it.
No, it was the same version. It was literally
I
the same
didn't
version.
know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was previously aired. I was always watching Adult Swim late at night. And
Yeah.
that's how I found out about
Yeah,
Samurai
which
Jack,
was
and
an
I fell in
amazing
love
show.
with it. I love that show.
But on that,
Hang on. Sorry. Going back to around the same period, a little bit later than Samurai Jack, there was a show that I remember. The villain was a part of an organization called Snafu. And it was a family of secret agents.
oh my God, no.
I don't remember the name of the show.
There was more than one like that.
There was a family of 4 agents, and it was like
Oh shit, I know exactly what you're talking
it was
about.
like The Incredibles, but secret agents. And the villain for the show was
I know what he's
bright
talking about.
red, and he had like a globe that was like
Yeah.
a what are they called?
Yeah, it was kind of like the Secret Saturdays, but not the Secret Saturdays, which is about cryptids.
I don't know that I know the name. I don't remember that fucking show.
It was amazing.
Okay,
I think it was the
if you know
Secret
the
Service.
name of it, just put it in a comment
It
below because we can't remember it right now.
All
We're running
right,
out of time.
so on this one,
Yeah.
we're gonna clock out on this one. Actually, we're gonna do this. We never clap. So on that note, we're gonna be clocking out. We're gonna be doing another one. But as of right now, shut your fucking mouth, Mitch. This has been another fantastic episode of Hedgehog Sandwich. Always with us is Dr. Wiley, the Hedgehog hater. We got Linsbot over here loving Autobots till the day she dies. And then we have the OG, Babbingtron, Megatron, the greatest villain of all time, Mitchell. And then, of course, me as Optimus Primal. But on that note...
His name's Michael.
Thank you. On that note, thank you. Good night. Have a great weekend. Woo!